Hi guys, it's Becky, and I had an idea and I need to see if it'll work, because if it doesn't, I will not be able to sleep tonight. And I just had this thought of, what if I take some of my beads that I still have from the Softflex Deco the Halls kit, like this sparkly focal bead, this tassel, some of these ceramic beads with the large hole in them. See, how many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's grab some of these. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. Let's grab a bunch of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, perfect. I got these guys, and then these like spacer beads that are all filigree-y, and a couple of these guys. And what if, instead of stringing these through their hole that they have there on the bottom, what if I string them on some leather by turning them on the side and have them be spacers between these ceramic beads? So I've got some leather. I think this is a 2mm leather, or is it 1mm? I don't know. It's thin enough that it actually fits on here. I did grab one of these earlier today when I was sort of playing around with this idea, and I tried it on a bunch of different silver silks and it did not work. So we're just going with plain leather on this, and I'm just gonna pop these beads on here, and then we're gonna make a focal with some craft wire and these guys, and we're gonna have this be part of this. And I've got some fold over crimp ends for my leather. We're gonna attach a clasp, and I'm just gonna make myself a little necklace before bed, so that I have this idea is finished and it's not rattling around inside my head, and then I can go to sleep. Because I don't know if you guys ever have that happen, where you're like, you know what, I have to realize my ideas. I have to see how well it works, and I really actually do love the way these look on here on this leather. And I just picked some black leather. I had some dark gray leather too that might have worked too, as well, but I think the black looks great on it. And so I'm just gonna plop these guys all on here, and then leave some space for me to attach the, actually no, let's make our focal. I'm a little everywhere right now, unfocused, but there's a good reason for that, and that is because I had this idea and I need to make sure it's gonna work, so that I can go to sleep tonight. And let's just pop one of these guys on the bottom of this bead, and this guy on the top of this bead, and I'm just gonna make a simple loop right here at the top. My my wire working tools, gonna grab my old faithfuls of my you know, the guy, chain nose pliers, my flush cutters, and my 6-step bell making pliers. So I'm just gonna make a little, this is 18 gauge wire. You can use any that you want, but since it's 18 gauge, I'm just going to make myself a simple loop right here on the end that I'm going to attach my tassel to. See right here, I made a little P. I'm going to rotate my pliers the other way and bend that back so that it is centered over the loop. And I'm going to close this up because it is a little bit open, like that. And now that I've got those, I want to have plenty of room for wrapping a bail that's going to be, I think most of these bails will fit just nicely on there. Like even the smallest one will fit nicely on there. Okay, so, but I want it to be a wrapped loop, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it about 4 fingers down from the bottom of that bead with my flush cutters. Put my wire away, and I guess it doesn't really matter which way the loops are going. And I could probably do a simple loop at the top too, but I want it to be a wrapped loop. So let's put a little bit of room for the wraps down here. Bend that over the top like that. Plop my bell making pliers over here and bend that around my loop. I'm just gonna move that to the side so I can adjust my loop a little bit. There we go. That looks nice. Now I'm gonna wrap this guy around a few times. Until he's done. There we go, that's nice. Cut off my excess wire. Tuck my tail. Make sure my wire is pretty smooth. And now I'm going to open up this loop down here. This is why I made a simple loop, so that it wouldn't be too complicated to put together this whole thing with this. Okay, so this was the most complicated part, this part right here. And we're gonna slide this guy on the leather, and that was the perfect size for that. I am so glad. It was just this smallest step in the bell making pliers. That's what I used. And now let's slide the rest of these beads on. I am really into the way that this looks. These ceramic beads are great. They actually, the hole is big enough on these that these will fit on silver silk. I did a video not too long ago with the ceramic beads that came in the Snowy Day kit, and I put it on some silver silk pipe chain. They'll also fit really well, I think, on the capture chain and the leather chain, if you wanted to use it on that. And there we go. Okay, I'm really in love with this. I think that is beautiful. I'm gonna figure out how long I want this. Let me hold it up to my neck. All right, I think that's a good place for me to cut my leather. And let's attach our closures. This is just a little thing that came with my leather when I got it. It has the fold over end cords. If you have like glue-in end cords, I'm sure you could use them too, or instead of, but I didn't feel like finding them, not when I had this right there next to the leather. So I'm just gonna use these fold over end cord ends. They're a pretty simple way of getting this connected with some lobster clasp and some jump rings. All right, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna attach the lobster clasp first before I do the cord ends, because I think it'll be easier to do it in that order. Came with some jump rings too. So let's get this guy. I need a second set of pliers to hold my jump ring. This will work. All right. Let's get our lobster clasp on. Oh, there was actually a lobster clasp that came in the kit too. Oof. But you know, since the bag was open for me to get the cord ends out, I just grabbed these because I was right there with it. All right. You know what? This is what happens when you try to bead at night while you're really tired. Although y'all will be laughing at me because you'll be like, Becky, you do that anyway, even in the middle of the day. I forgot to attach it to the actual cord end. All right, so that's a silly thing that I did. All right. So there we go. I've got the cord end and I've got my lobster clasp for one side, and then we'll just put a little loop on this cord end. Get this open. Should I do some earrings too? I'm gonna do some real quick earrings. I don't have a lot of beads left in this Deco the Halls kit because I used a lot of them to make things. I made some really cool things with them. I think my favorites is the two-toned goddess bracelet, if I'm gonna be real honest. But I need some cool earrings too. That was a lot of fun. All right, now let's get this cord end in here. I've got it tucked into this. It's got like walls on all these sides and a little divot right here that will dig into the leather, so you don't actually need to glue it. You can if you want though, if you want the extra security. And I'm just going to bend the sides of this cord end in towards the middle so that they fold over my cord. Maybe I should be doing this after I'm well rested. All right, you know what? I am gonna need to practice my fold over cord ends, I think. Let me try it without the jump ring on it. Because that's not any good. Get another one of these guys out. I'm trying it again. Maybe it's like crimping and you have to practice it before you can get good at it. Maybe I need to start it before I put the leather in to make it easier for that angle. So I just angled them in a little bit more because they were kind of angled out a little bit. Now I'm gonna just stick that leather in. Perfect. All right, maybe I got it. Maybe I know what I'm doing now. No, I do not know what I'm doing. I may never know what I'm doing, but at least I'm having fun anyway. Bloop, bloop. All right, that's on there. That's good. All right, I'm gonna do the other one. I think that's the trick, is see how it's kind of angled out? Just gonna tip it in on both sides so it has less work to do once I've got the leather in. And I may be making a mistake. That may not be the right way to do it, but it feels good to me. Feels like it's working for me. All right, I'm gonna fold that guy in first. Then fold that guy in over it. And close that up. Give it a good pinch. That is not on there. That was not a good enough pinch. All right. Well, let's try again. I have plenty of these. Plenty of these. Maybe this is why you would want glue. Just in case you're not good at fold over cord ends like me. I'm going to master this. Like I said, I cannot go to bed until this is done. Oh, that's too much. Here we go. Let's open it just a little bit more. Okay, that's better. That's a better angle. Okay. Here we go. All right, scoot you in a little bit more. And I think really need to tuck that end down pretty well. And this one go over it. I'm gonna give it a good smoosh. Real good smoosh. Yeah, there we go, I got it. Now I gotta do my jump ring thing all over again, and then I'll have a completed necklace. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do some earrings, because there were these really cool check glass like rectangle guys with the silver finish on them, and I really love them, and I think that they would be good as an accompaniment to wear with this leather and silver and black necklace. I think that would look really cool. But yeah, let's get this other guy on here. Take off the failed cord end. Adventures with cord ends, right? Late night cord end adventures with Becky. Maybe I should make this a regular thing. Right? Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna set this aside. I'm gonna grab those silver beads. I really like them. They're gonna be some earrings for me to match this, and I think to make it matchy match a little bit better, let's grab some of these round black guys because it'll echo the larger rounds a little bit. But I'm also gonna grab these fluted guys and some head pins. I need some head pins. All right, head pins. Let's see how this does. I'm gonna start with the smaller bead because it's got a smaller hole and it'll sit on the head pin better. This is a really large hole in this, so I don't want that just on the bottom. So I'm putting that smaller bead down there. I'll plot this guy right here on the top. I don't know, do I have room to bookend it? I don't know if I do or not. Actually, I might. Especially if I end with a simple loop up here on the top. Should we do that? Maybe. Maybe. I do have enough of these fluty guys to do a second earring that Oop, where are you going? And let's see. That's a little too much. I'm gonna cut that off there. And there we go, simple loop right there at the very top of this little bar that I made, and I can stick it on an ear wire. Ta-da! All right, okay, I think I can go to sleep now. I made a necklace and some earrings, and that my idea worked, and I think it looks great, and I hope you guys have a good night. You'll probably see this in the morning if I post it, or late at night. I don't know what's going on. We'll see what I do. We'll see what happens. But I hope you guys have a great time, and let me know if you're still making with this kit, because like there were a lot of beads in it and a lot of really cool things, and it was a lot of fun. Anyway, bye.